So there's this chemical called endorphin. This is a chemical, this is a hormone that our body releases when we experience pain or pleasure. So it's called endorphins. For example, when you go and do a workout, you release endorphin. After you finish the workout, the reward is this chemical called endorphin. What is this chemical? In simple language, this chemical is pleasure chemical, happy chemical. When you feel good about something, you release this chemical. Our body releases this hormone. After you finish a workout, after you finish a physical activity, there's a good feeling inside you. You're like, this feels so good. That is endorphin. So the reason I'm talking about this is because yesterday I did a fitness training test where I had to do push-ups, I had to do a 2-mile run, I had to do plank, what else? I had to do sprint drag carry, like you have to run and then pull weights all the way, and then there's a bunch of other stuff you need to do, and then you also have to do a 2-mile run, like I said, at the end. After completing all the different exercises, which I did very well actually, I felt so good. And I was like, man, I miss this feeling, because it had been a long time since I did physical activity for 1 hour, So it felt so good, and I was like, I miss this. And I was like, the reason I miss this, or the reason I don't do this on a regular basis, is because I have forgotten the good feeling I've forgotten the release of endorphins after, wow, good catch. After the workout, I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this because, by the way, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But that is the chemical we release when we feel good, when we feel happy, and our brain or our body releases this chemical and we feel good. We feel good. When somebody tells you, oh, I love you so much, and you feel the love, you release endorphin. Why am I talking about this? The reason I'm talking about this is because a lot of times we don't exercise, or we don't achieve our goals, is because we forget the good feeling that we experience as a reward. We forget the good feeling of having a good exercise and releasing endorphin. We forget this feeling. So that's why we don't exercise. We forget the good feeling of completing a project, accomplishing a goal, because we forget the good feeling. We forget that we can achieve that. Because of that, we are not good at achieving our goals. That's why we don't accomplish our goals. The reason you may be stuck where you are, the reason you may not be making progress in your life, is probably because you have never experienced that good feeling. You have never felt that happy chemical. You have not experienced the pleasure of accomplishing a goal. And you're just in your comfort zone, feeling relaxed, having an average life, doing what other people do, and just moving on with your life. But once you get out of that, once you experience the good feeling of accomplishing your goals, like exercising regularly, reading regularly, checking off things off your list, and you get that good feeling, that will motivate you to keep going. And so that's why if we don't do things regularly, if we don't exercise regularly, if we don't read regularly, if we don't experience this endorphin on a regular basis, we fall out of track. We get distracted, and we fall back to getting pleasure from temporary things, and that is called instant gratification. We try to reach for things, we try to do things that give us instant pleasure but no long-term results, like checking social media, eating chocolate, eating junk food, because all of these also release endorphin, happy chemical. This is when the problem happens, because now you're stuck. You are getting the same good feeling, but from the wrong things. And once you correct that, and you get the good feeling, you get this pleasure feeling, this happy feeling from doing good things, then you're going to replace the bad routines, the bad activities, with good and positive ones, like exercising, reading, practicing English every day, doing other productive activities. If you're a content creator, like you post videos, you create content online, and people respond to you, you get a good feeling, and that will make you continue doing it. You will start repeating that behavior because that will give you endorphins. I just got some endorphins. How did I get it? This gentleman in front of me, I was just walking here and he was looking on the ground. He said, "Oh, I dropped my glasses." And I'm just walking, I was like, "Oh, it's right there." And I just gave it to him. So that made me feel good. Endorphins. Another example of the endorphins. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, regardless of what you do, if something makes you feel good, regardless it's a good thing for you or it's a negative thing for you, you release endorphins. And if you're not aware and you're doing bad things, you're watching bad things online, you waste your time, but it still makes you feel good somehow, then you're going to continue repeating that because you're going to want that good feeling. But if you realize whatever you're doing is negative and you replace it with actually productive things, you replace it with things that are good for you, that will help you reach your goals, then you're going to continue doing that. And you're going to see good results as a reward of your actions. So I'm just saying, guys, just wanted to share that with you about endorphins and the importance of trying to take one good step every day to help you get closer to your goal. Once you reach that goal, guess what? You're going to release endorphins and you're going to feel happy. And then you're going to want to do it again. I hope you like this video. And if you did, share it with your friends.